Week 5 of the Grapefruit Sewing Bee, and we are on Reduce, Reuse, Recycle week. Now, I'm taking on the pattern challenge this week, but it's been slightly harder than usual to get sorted. So it's this zero waste jacket. Now, I managed to find a pattern, but it was very, very different to the one they used on the bee. And whereas normally I would make all the adaptations to the pattern before I begin, it felt like it would have given me an unfair advantage with this one. So I did it all on the fly in the challenge. We will see at the end how well that worked out for me. It was an interesting challenge, though, to watch them try to figure out. No phones seem to mean no calculators, which means lots of mental arithmetic happening. But I don't know if you saw moments ago, my go-to is to fold the tape measure in half for a nice easy way to divide a number. But it was another pattern challenge with several unfinished, and yet it looked like Kit was killing time at the end. So I think what happened is the anxiety for the cutting. The cutting out is the only thing that cannot be undone in sewing, so I do understand maybe taking a bit more of a pause at that point to make sure it was right. But I do think that lack of confidence is what slowed some of them down. Now we then moved on to the transformation challenge, abandoned tents to festival wear outfit. Totally understood where this was coming from. I know this abandoned tents issue is a massive thing, and it was a nice way to see them being used in a different way. And a lot of them were very fun and wearable. It did give me that like 90s noughties bin liner fashion trend thing that happened though. And then we moved on to the made to measure, which was a strange one this week. I understand this make do and mend idea, raiding a wardrobe or the charity shops to create an outfit for a family occasion. Now, unlike usual, this really can't be practiced because you're unlikely to have an identical garment that you plan to use in order to do the practice in that sense. Now, I wasn't surprised to see lots of panels. It's a really great way of getting past the fact that none of the fabric pieces are particularly wide. The denim ones are always my favorite. I've always loved the way denim patchwork goes together. I always think it looks gorgeous, but I did think what Dan had produced with his was a really clever use of pajamas. Like, I think fundamentally that's what's given him garment of the week, purely because although Kaz's was absolutely stunning, that denim patchwork upcycling has been done so many more times, and I think it's that bit more expected from this sort of challenge. So as I'm finishing off with buttonholes and buttons, let me talk you through how I got to this pattern. So I had taken down the details and the diagrams that they'd given us on screen on the episode in order to compare that with the pattern I purchased from Birgitta Helmerson, the workwear jacket. Lovely looking pattern, and I will want to try out her one properly. However, using a combination of those two, I have come up with this gorgeous jacket that I'm absolutely thrilled with. It's come together really, really nicely. The only problem with it is there was a difference in the maths between the two patterns, which means that the sewing bee one needed a larger turn back, which has resulted in teeny tiny pockets. It's fine. It's really made me laugh. And it didn't stop the fact that I got this done in 2 hours 20 from a 4-hour challenge. So I was very thrilled with myself, and I think it looks so good.